Hey guys, it's Sarah and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to go ahead and do a detailed my makeup routine, so let's get to it. I already washed my face, so let's go ahead and put on my moisturizer. I currently use the Chanel Hydra Beauty moisturizer. I love it. It's a great moisturizer. Now that my skin is hydrated, I like to go in with the Lumi Glotion in shade 903 as my base. The Lumi Glotion is absolutely perfect for you if you like to fake tan, but you don't want to fake tan your face. I have super sensitive skin, so I never put fake tan on my face. I added a little bit more because I like to perfectly shade match with the Lumi Glotion. Now that I think I have my skin tone matched, I like to go in with the Dior Forever Skin Glow Foundation in shade 059. This is a very buildable foundation, so I have some breakouts going on. So I kind of use this as my concealer. Now I'm going to go in and contour my face with a Charlotte Tilbury Hollywood Contour Wand. Next, I use the Morphe foundation blending brush. The technique I like to stamp it in. That way I'll get more of a snatched look. See how that just makes it so much more snatched than just scrubbing it in? For my jawline, I just do a normal blending. And there's my contour. To snatch my nose more, I'm gonna go in with the Glossier Balm Concealer. I like to use my index finger and I just get a little bit, put a little dot right there. Then I drag it down and make a little line in the center of my nose. I'm gonna leave that there and I'll blend that later. My current favorite blush is the Rare Beauty in shade Hope. This is the mini. I find that the mini is a little less messy. I know it looks a little loud right now, but you'll see what I always do to go back and quiet it and make it look a little more natural. Now that I'm done blending that blush, this is what I do to still have a very good blush everywhere, but not as loud. I always like to have a lot of blush underneath, so it brings out more of a pink undertone. So I take that same lightly damped with foundation beauty blender, and I just blend a little more under my eyes and right here. And that's not as harsh, but you can still see the undertone. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my nose. Okay, now the cream products are done. Let's go ahead and start working on my brows and my eyes. My eyebrow routine is super easy, but it's so important. My favorite brow product is the NYX Brow Glue in shade Clear. This is my favorite brow product, and you'll see why in a second. I need to brush my brows up first. Okay, now that I brushed up, I take it right here, and I pull it down. I think they're pretty close. Now that my brows are done, let's go ahead and put on my primer for my eyeshadow. This is the NYX Ultimate Eye Primer. I haven't switched up my primer in 5 years. I like to try and make sure I get that inner corner too. For my favorite eye look I do, it takes 2 different palettes. The first palette I use is Lancome's Hypnose palette in shade 1 French Nude. So out of this palette, I use that first color, that light pink. I get as much product as I can on this brush, and then I just pat it in. I don't even take off any excess because I want the excess all over my eye. This is the second palette, and it is the Too Faced Natural Eyes, and it is so beautiful. Color I'm going to get first out of here is going to be this color right here, and that is Cashmere Bunny. Tap off the excess. You do not want to go straight in with that. You do want to tap off the excess. And I just go to the outer corner of my eye, and I just blend little circles. Now that I did those little circles, I do like to drag maybe 2 little stripes like that across my eye. Now that we're done with that part, let's go ahead and do my favorite part of my eyeshadow routine. So I'm going to take this somewhat flat brush from Sephora, and I'm going to get as much of this shade Silk Teddy on here as I can. I'm going to start at the inner corner, and I'm going to slowly work my way up. And I also like to swoop down, that way I get a little bit in my eye corner. I do after that, I go back with my brushes, and this is the pink brush, and I like to go into the inner corner. I just kind of mute it a little bit, but it looks so pretty when I do this. And I'm going to do the same with the light brown. And that is my eyeshadow routine. The first step in my lash routine is I'm going to go in and curl my lashes. Now that my lashes are prepped, let's go ahead and go in with my favorite lash primer, Dior Show Maximizer 3D. So my favorite mascara is the L'Oreal Telescopic in Carbon Black. The difference. They look so good. Now that my mascara is done, we're going to go back to this palette. I'm going to take this, I'm going to stamp it into this espresso right here. And I'm going to once again stamp. Okay. Stamp your waterline. I try to always just use the excess. And that's how I do my waterline. First powder we're going to use is my Chanel powder. I stamp my nose. I like the word stamp in makeup. I don't know why. I use my powder brush, and I'm going to damp it into this. And I'm just going to apply a little bit of that powder all over my face. Now I'm going to let this sit for a minute, and we're going to go in my Dior bronzer. I'm going to take my little bronzer contour brush, and it's going to go and go up. And now I'm going to use this brush to swipe off that extra powder because it will contour my nose a little bit more. And then go in with that same brush again. I'm going to go all over to blend out all my powders. Now we're going to go ahead and go in with my favorite highlighter, which is the Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette. I usually only do the 2 strobe. I think they're Glitter Strobe Gold and Glitter Strobe Pink Gold. I usually go with the pink, so let's go ahead and do the pink. I'm going to take this Morphe brush. I'm just going to go ahead and set my face. I never used to like setting sprays because it just felt really sticky and I didn't like the way they felt on my face all day. But let me tell you, I'm in love with Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Setting Spray. This is actually like a very, very good setting spray. I'm going to try not to get in my hair. Alright, now that my makeup's set, let's go ahead and do my lip combo. Lip liner I use, this is like my go-to lip combo, my only lip combo, honestly. For my lip liner, I use the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk. Now that my lips are lined, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Refresh Rose. And that is my makeup routine. Thank you guys for watching my video. If you like it, make sure to hit the like button. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe. Bye, guys.